Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. With all that's been happening to the ummah both locally and globally, the Muslims have found themselves being targeted with abuse, ridicule, mockery and harassment. And this has no doubt affected their confidence and self-esteem. And thus the need for the Confident Muslim campaign to inshallah ta'ala inject that assurance, optimism, self-esteem and confidence in the hearts and minds of Muslims. And what better way to derive inspiration than by looking at the lives of the greatest men and women that walked the face of the planet, the prophets and the pious predecessors. And we'll start with Musa alayhi salam's mother, a role model indeed for the sisters and also in fact for the men. When she feared for the safety of her child, Musa alayhi salam, she was commanded by Allah Azza wa Jal to place this fragile infant in the water, and she did so, no questions asked. Why? Tawakkul ala Allah, full confidence and reliance in the command of Allah Azza wa Jal. Even though she may have doubted it, even though she didn't see the logic behind it, she did so because Allah is the Rabb and I'm the Abd. He's the master, I'm the slave. He says jump, I say how high. And before placing him into the river, the mother of Musa alayhi salam, she didn't check to see if it was infant proof. Is Musa alayhi salam going to float or not? No, she just did it, immediate obedience and reliance upon Allah Azza wa Jal. Amazing. And then when Musa alayhi salam grows up, of course he learned these lessons from his amazing mother. And thus when he's fleeing Fir'aun, fleeing persecution, he reaches the ocean and his eyes tell him defeat. His ears tell him defeat because of what Banu Israel are saying. They are complaining, they are doubting, they are saying, Inna lamudrakun, we are going to be overtaken, ya Musa. But the heart of Musa alayhi salam says no. He tells them, Kalla, and in Arabic, Kalla is used to negate harshly everything that came before. Kalla, inna ma'i rabbi sayahdeen. My Rabb, my Lord, my Master is with me, not you, O doubters. He was confident. So he said, my Lord is with me, and Allah Azza wa Jal commands Musa alayhi salam to strike the ocean with his stick. Allahu Akbar. And what happens? The ocean parts into 12 different channels for the 12 tribes of Banu Israel to cross by. Amazing. Another amazing story. And at best, if you were to use a stick to strike some water or a pond, the best thing you're going to do is really just get your clothes wet. But Musa alayhi salam didn't doubt this command. He had full confidence in Allah Azza wa Jal. Once again, even though we may not see the logic behind something, even though the results seem far-fetched, we fulfill the commands of Allah and we have confidence in Allah Azza wa Jal decree and commands. And also, if we were to look at Maryam alayhi salam, when she delivered Isa alayhi salam, she was weak, she was fragile, and she needed some provision. Allah Azza wa Jal commanded her to shake the date palm and He promised provision to fall upon her. Now, a woman who just delivered a baby is extremely exhausted, extremely weak. I know because I'm married, and when my wife had a child, she wasn't going to move anything. Allah Azza wa Jal nevertheless commands her to do so. And a date palm is extremely solid and rigid. A group of men find difficulty shaking it, let alone a single woman. But once again, she fulfills the command of Allah because Allah Azza wa Jal said it. And this is what is called an-naql fawq al-aql. Revelation above reasoning. I'm going to do it because Allah said it, even though I don't fully understand it, even though it seems irrational, I'm going to fulfill the command of Allah. She does so, she barely touches it. And Allah Azza wa Jal sends upon her rutab. He sends upon her moist dates. Amazing. An amazing story indeed from the amazing stories of the pious predecessors. So once again showing us to be confident in the commands of Allah. And I'll leave you with this. The way we can implement these stories is remember the 3 T's. Turn to Tawheed. For the fire didn't burn Ibraheem. The whale didn't eat Yunus. The knife didn't kill Ismail. And the water didn't drown Musa. The lesson is, be with Allah and Allah will protect you. Because if Allah is all that you have, He is all that you need. Jazakumullahu khairan for your attentive listening. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.